In this video, I'm going to be breaking down my trade setups for the coming week. I'm going to be showing you the thought process behind every trade I take and the mechanical framework I use to approach every trading session. So you might want to, pay close attention to this video, not just to see my setups, but to see how I approach the market every single day, day in and day out. So let's get right into the video. So the first pair I'll be looking at or breaking down is EURGBP. EURGBP, and we're going to start off on the daily time frame because the daily time frame is king, right? The daily time frame gives you a directional bias as to what the market is doing, where is the market heading to, so you can form your trade ideas around this information. So as you guys can see clearly, this is a bullish market. Why? Because price has been making a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, breaking structure to the upside, showing a bullish order flow. But this is where things get interesting in this area, right? After we had this mitigation, there was a supply zone that price tapped here on the daily, and then we had this mitigation and this weak rejection, and then price started going down, to the downside. Why is that? Because whenever price breaks structure, you know that price doesn't move in a linear form. Price doesn't move like this. Whenever price is moving, it makes a low, a high, a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, on and on. So immediately after a break of structure, we are always expecting a retracement, a pullback, break of structure, pullback, break of structure, pullback, right? And let's see how that is happening in the live charts. So when price got to this point, it broke structure, and then this was the retracement. Now this was what we were expecting to continue the bullish order flow. Once price was done with his retracement to the downside, we expected that this high will be taken out, continuing the bullish market structure. But price got to this zone, and instead of taking out this high, price broke this structure to the downside, signaling a change in sentiment or a change of character. Now let's break down to the 4-hour time frame to see what is clearly happening and how we can understand better what the market is doing. So this was the first break we had after price came into the supply zone. This was our first trend change, but it wasn't really valid, right, until we saw a second break of structure confirming the change of character. This trend change is not enough because price could easily just fake and do like it's changing trend. Instead of breaking the structure, it just continues to the upside. So a trend change is never valid until there is a corresponding break of structure. And where is that corresponding break of structure? You guys can see here, this is the break of structure that took place, and then price confirmed that indeed price action was really willing to switch from bullish to bearish, and then we can continue in this order flow. So there was the supply zone, price mitigated here, and it started selling all the way down, confirming our sell bias. So the internal structure is bearish, but externally on the daily time frame is still a bullish market. But we are not going to be waiting for the daily to switch bullish before we start buying again. As scalpers, as day traders, we can always take advantage of the internal structure that price is making on our middle time frame. So now let's break down to the 1-hour time frame so you guys can see why I'm expecting this trade setup probably on Monday or Tuesday or any day of the week. Is that now price has broken structure, and as you remember, I said after every break of structure, the next thing we expect is a retracement, a pullback, right? Price broke this structure, pullback, broke this structure. Now this is the pullback that is currently happening in this current market price. So I'm just going to map out this break of structure so you guys can see. So this is the break of structure that price gave. This might not break actually. We'll just take it back. So this was the break of structure we had here. So this was the break of structure, the last break of structure price gave, right? And after every break of structure, we expect to see what? A retracement. Now price was retracing, and when the retracement looked like it was about to end, we expected that price would take out this low, giving us another break of structure, continuing to the downside. But instead of giving us another break of structure, price mitigated a demand zone here on the lower time frame and started going all the way up. Now whenever price retraces, price doesn't just retrace for retracing sake, right? It doesn't just pull back. just like that. Whenever a pullback is happening, his price is looking for supply and demand zones to get mitigation, to get energy, to get fuel from, to move in the intended direction, right? So if price is giving us a retracement, it might be to a fair value gap, a liquidity area, or most likely a supply or a demand zone. And if you guys can see, as I marked here already, on the 30 minutes, we have this really nice supply zone sitting right here. Why is it a valid supply? Because we had this liquidity sweep, a break of structure, multiple fair value gaps, and then the last candle, the last buy candle before the massive sell to the downside. Now, price, instead of breaking this low, this structure here, give us another break of structure internally, and then the retracement happened. Now we can see that price, after breaking this low, broke this high here, giving us the first trend change. Remember, I said the first trend change is not valid until we see a corresponding break of structure, which is what we have here externally, right? So price broke this high and broke this high here, right? And then the next thing we're expecting is for price to take out this high, to then give us a liquidity sweep, because there's a lot of liquidity resting here. There's the Asian high liquidity. If I show you guys, there's also like a trend line liquidity here, right, for price to now mitigate the supply and sell off. But what we're expecting, or what I'm expecting for the week, and why I'm taking this trade, is because there is a demand zone price can use as well, you know, to go take out this high, all of these liquidities, and then mitigate the supply and sell off. But there's no rule or there's no law that says price has to do this, right? We are not predicting the market. We are just analyzing and following price action. So price can decide to just open on Monday, come all the way up, or just even like break this structure without even coming all the way to mitigate. That's why we are observing. We're going to keep refining, keep adjusting to what the market is telling us, the market information. But this is what I'm primarily expecting on EURGBP, that price mitigates this demand zone, uses it as well to break this structure, take out all this liquidity, mitigate this supply zone, and then continue the internal bearish move to the downside, taking out this swing low to now get a swing pullback on and on. So I'm expecting buys on EURGBP, for this. This is a clean 1 to 3, or if you want to go all the way to this supply zone, you can get a 1 to 5, but let's just keep it here to be safe. So that is for the EURGBP. The next pair I'm going to be looking at is USDCHF. So let's start from the daily time frame. Anytime you're analyzing, you always want to start from the daily, because the daily gives you a directional bias, like I said earlier, so you can have an, you know, a framework to work with. So you guys can see this is a clear downtrend. Why? Again, we have a series of break of structures to the downside, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, on and on. So after the break of structure, remember, swing pullback, break of structure, pullback. Now this was the last break of structure that had a pullback. Now what we're expecting on USDCHF is another break of structure to take out this low, to then give us a swing pullback, break of structure, on and on, to continue the bearish order flow. So here we had the last break of structure. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame to see. So internally, in this whole pullback, this retracement, price give us another break of structure here, and then this retracement. So you can see this retracement is a whole bullish market, is a whole bullish trend on, you know, the middle time frame. This is still the higher time frame, the 4-hour. So this just looks like a pullback. But if I go to the 30 minutes for you, you guys can see this is a whole uptrend. So as day traders, as scalpers, we are not waiting for the daily time frame to shift to the overall direction before we trade in that direction. Price is giving us something internally, right? So we can just follow the internal price action, the internal structure, to find our trade setups and move on with the markets. So you guys can see we have this supply zone here on the 2-hour time frame. We have this valid supply, price broke structure, left a lot of fair value gaps, showing us that the big banks and smart money was involved in this particular price action. You can see this order block sitting here, and price is very close to mitigating this order block, right, after it, you know, took out this high and we had this retracement. Now this is where things get interesting. So after this last high was broken, this break of structure, we saw price mitigated a demand zone here, and this was caused by the news on Friday, right? So I was expecting this structure to be taken out. So now this is where I found my whole trade idea and my trade bias from. Let me just show you, man, on the 15 minutes time frame, right? So now, as I said, after a break of structure, we expect a pullback. So we had this break and this pullback. Now price is, going for this high, right? But price might want to retrace, which the retracement is already happening, to a demand zone like this to get fuel to now take out this Asian high, break this structure, mitigate the supply, and give us a move to the downside. That's what I'm expecting, and this is the reason why I have this buy setup. So price can decide to just open on Monday and just take out this high already, mitigate, and then this becomes invalid because it's only valid when the mitigation and break of structure has not happened yet. So we are not predicting the markets, we are not sentimental with our analysis. Whatever price action does, we just follow through with it. So this is the setup I'm looking at for USDJPY. I'm looking to take the market up from this zone, right? From this zone here, taking out this liquidity, this high, mitigating, and sending all the way down. This is a beautiful 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. Yeah, so let's just go on to the next setup, which is Euro USD. So let's go to the daily time frame to see what price action is like. All right, so Euro USD is bullish. You can see already higher highs, higher lows, all that good stuff. But this is where things get interesting. 4-hour time frame, we had a supply zone here that caused a shift to the downside, but price is still bullish externally. But on the internal time frame, we can see that there is a bearish trend, a retracement, a swing pullback that is going on, and we can take advantage of it as scalpers. So there is a demand zone here, right, that price looks like it's retracing to. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. After we got this break of structure, price was in the pullback phase after this break of structure, and then there was an exhaustion in the pullback. Probably we had a mitigation of the supply zone, and then the next thing we had was another break of structure to the downside. And you guys know already, after any break of structure, the next thing you expect is a retracement or a pullback. So here we had another break of structure, and remember this demand zone price is really close to. So this break of structure now, we can expect sales from here, but I would like to see more displacement, probably price coming to take out this low again, to see more displacement. That this zone can now be valid to sell off, mitigating this demand and continuing the bullish trend externally. So this is what I'm looking out for on Euro USD. I might not go in aggressive, I might wait for confirmations just to be sure. So this is for Euro USD, and the last pair is USDJPY. So USDJPY starts from the daily as always. You can see on the daily time frame there is a daily supply zone here, right, and other block here, and then price is buying to that zone. So price is bullish, right, after this break of structure that happened. Let's go to our 4-hour time frame. So we had this break of structure, and then we had the retracement. So we're expecting this low to hold to give us another break of structure to the upside, continuing the bullish order flow, but price failed to do that. Instead, after it broke this high and then was retracing, it then broke this first low, signaling a trend change. But remember what I said, a trend change is never valid until there is a second break of structure, a corresponding break of structure telling us that price is willing to go in a certain direction. So this trend change has happened. Now we want to see another break of structure, which happened here, a minor break of structure on the lower time frame that confirmed the bearish intent, right? The bearish intent. So price broke the structure again, and now we can see that price is moving bearish. So we can now take advantage of the sell since we have our sentiment and directional confirmation. So remember I said after a break of structure you want to see a pullback. So now price broke this structure, gave us a pullback, making a form of liquidity or inducement, give another break of structure, and now currently is in a pullback phase. So I'm just going to break down to the 30 minutes for you lot to see. So this is the trade I'm looking at on taking this new week, but I would have to wait for confirmations at this area because this is a valid order block here. Price has broken structure here, broken structure, giving us liquidity in this one. So I can just decide to take the trade off from here, or I might just wait for confirmation, you know, as to this particular trade setup. So this is what I have for you guys on today's video. I hope you learned something from it, how to, you know, put your thoughts together, how to frame the market, the perspective, the thought process behind my analysis, and how you can find, you know, similar trade setups. And I hope it's going to be a good week for everybody. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections. Please be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends who are traders as well, and let's just keep the buzz moving. I'll see you guys in the next video.